What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Josh and Brandy Helm here with Texas Best Construction, and we're out in Eustis, Texas today, and we're excited because we're doing the finish tour video for the Gambrel Barndominium.
And I really like this one. It's different. It has a different shape to it. It's got a different appearance on the outside. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, so we're, basically keeping that same shape, which is the actual name Gambrel comes from, for the main living quarters, as well as the detached shop has the, the same scale of size when it comes to the roof lines. This has been a little bit of fun building because we were able to kind of go with some different shape here on this deal. But excited how this turned out. Looking forward to getting on the inside. But we're out in East Texas, so everything's starting to green up because we did have a drought here, but we have been getting a little bit of rain here lately. But there's been it's sort of been an evolving type project because we've added quite a bit of things to the work schedule here, such as retaining walls, some
porches, landscaping.
Yeah, just a variety of things. Of course, upgraded flooring, all these kind of things as well throughout on this project. So we're looking forward to getting on the inside and showing you some of that. But we want you to take a look at the exterior. What we've got going here on the outside is we've got a gray roof and trim with all white wall panels.
Brilliant white.
And so really looks sharp and nice. And having some of the accents of the the gooseneck lights as well really makes a difference whenever you can kind of add that little style and flair with it. All right, so we're gonna go on inside. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get it going. And this is the inside of the Gambrel Barndominium, which is a very large space.
Now this is like a 1,400 square foot room.
So we have a 3,470 square foot living quarters, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, a very large open space here in the living area where we've gotten that gambrel shape, and we're using our roof lines here, which is one of the things that we do. A lot of times in our vaulted areas, people ask, why do the steel frame? Why would you do that? Because we're able to make these spans and give the vault.
Grand open.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to do that with just a typical wood truss. You'd have to have a lot more wood in order to create that kind of an open span. Some people may not see it as an advantage to have a high vaulted ceiling, but a lot of cases, people do see it as an advantage. It's a big open area. It's not a burden on the air conditioning because we're building for air tightness. So all of this has been an envelope spray foam system that we use, and then we have the zip system on the exterior walls as well. The flooring that we're using in this main grand room,
well, it's everywhere,
is all throughout. And it is a Floor & Decor solid hardwood flooring. We'll put the link in the description below, or if you guys put a comment below, we'll try to answer that question for you as soon as possible. But this kind of a white wood, hardwood, which, it's just more of a cleaner look. It's not playing on the dark themes, but keeping with the lighter themes. And, it's throughout, like you said, and they wanted to kind of go for that. Simple, clean. And then here is our fireplace, which is a standard wood burning fireplace that has a gas starter.
And they actually did a Himalayan white granite surround on this fireplace, and it matches the island in the kitchen. And I like how the mantle actually matches some of the floating shelves that we'll see here in just a few.
Yes, so part of the overall is just kind of tying some things together, but they were going more for a simplistic look and not having a big focal point there, and trying to keep things simple, which is why a lot of the walls are white. All of the walls are white, and the trim and
all pure white.
All that's a white color. So it's a little bit different. It's a simple design throughout, and one of the good things about this is your view looks back over a private pond that gives customer fishing, all this kind of stuff that they might want to do out here.
Hey, one thing I wanted to talk about in this particular build, it's kind of cool, and I don't know if most people realize that you can do it this way, but the windows, they're black on the outside and they're white on the inside. I know it's an upgrade, but it's really cool because everything in here is white, so you wouldn't necessarily want your black windows in here, but they're black on the outside so that it contrasts with the white walls.
Yeah, I mean, some people do like to have black windows framed on the inside, and that's a whole thing in itself too, but it's not as easily done. Like now these windows are just pretty much taking over this whole room. It's got a lot of glass, looking out, which is a nice feature to have. We're going to have a lot of space for our living room area, probably multiple sofas, but we have a real dining area.
Actual dining room,
Yeah.
With this massive chandelier. It's
That's
beautiful.
right. It's
really
pretty
neat
cool.
looking.
It's like a decorative iron chandelier, which is way up there.
A long chain.
And imagine, big spread, big table here. And then as we start moving throughout, you're going to start seeing a little bit of our cabinets, because this is like a real long, cabinet area. And they ended up modifying some things a little bit with this layout. But one of the things we're accomplishing here is imagine, I think what they had in mind is like the grandkids over here doing some homework or eating, if they need to, putting some stools here.
And it's a great buffet too for your...
Or maybe a little office area. You could set up laptops, charging stations, might need some more USB ports for the grandkids. But this flows, and we got these nice picture windows that look off the front of the house, and a lot more countertop space. Show them a little bit how these doors work here, because we actually have...
There's no hardware on these drawers because you just push it and it opens.
Right, so this is kind of a little bit different feature that they requested.
And then you push it to close.
So you don't really have to have the hardware to pull. Now, they did end up adding some of that. So that's a different feature that we hadn't done a lot. And we have 2 sinks in the kitchen. Some of you guys are really going to love this. But we got one farm sink here with garbage disposer, and we have another one over here. So I don't want to go too far without showing you guys our floating shelves and all that's here with a little bit of hardware, but more counter space.
This is a level 1 white quartz countertop on this.
Yes, just the most simplest white quartz.
Solid.
So no veining in this, but this is a simple, for those of you that want to do quartz, but maybe not just go ridiculous, this is actually a little bit more affordable option than going to the veining and all that kind of stuff. And our cabinet colors is Horizon Black is what it is. And this is a Sherwin-Williams color. And then over here, I've got Koi Pond for the island, which is an accent color, Sherwin-Williams color, and
this is Himalayan white.
Himalayan white on the countertop with another farm-style sink, garbage disposer, and a large trash drawer there.
Check out this double trash can drawer.
We're scattered around here, but we do have our wrapped cabinet here for the refrigerator, which is a full-size fridge, or actually it might be a counter depth the way this particular fridge is.
But we don't have any uppers in here. It's just all the floating shelves.
No upper cabinets.
So you have to be really pretty and organized. You can't just have all your kids' sippy cups crammed up there. You kind of have to be a little...
That's right. But a lot of drawer space, lower cabinet space. And here we have the floating shelves on both sides, kind of centering this vent hood and this range cooktop, which is really nice. I really like it, the way this looks, and all of the options here. You actually have
a small oven, a larger oven. Like if you don't want to heat up your whole house, you can just use the smaller oven if you're just, making something.
Right, and then having these gas cooktops are really nice. And, it's really a cool option to have. Some people are a little bit afraid of the propane, because that's what a lot of times out in the country like this, everybody's got propane, because natural gas is not as much of an option anymore.
I tell you, when your power goes out, you'll wish you had some gas.
That's right.
For sure.
Yeah. So, moving on, we have a lot more drawer space, of course, loving these. And then we're going to walk on through over here and show you guys the other, I don't know, it's almost like a whole nother kitchen.
Yeah.
But we'll go through here in the laundry area, which kind of is a pathway to our shop. But we're not going to go to the shop just yet.
So it's like a laundry room, pantry, additional, workspace, kitchen area.
Right. We have washer and dryer, another sink. So right here, a lot of cabinet space. This is our passageway here that goes to the shop, which has got a little connecting breezeway to the detached shop. And then here I've got a doggy shower, which has got tile coming up. And it's pretty.
It turned out really nice because it's all lower. Like there was like the doors that we put on the front, the glass doors, or
right. It's got that little snap back deal. So it's got a little tension to it where the dog's not necessarily I guess some people's dogs might be able to push on through that, but your smaller dogs for sure won't. We even got the soap box in there and the little hand spray. So it's pretty neat.
That's cool.
And then a lot of shelving in here because this is sort of going to be used probably even as maybe a prep area. It could be used as a prep area.
Canning or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, pantry. And we
white quartz on this count. This
utility. Island. We actually have another closet that could be called a pantry, but this one here is like a utility closet, which has a lot of shelving. I mean, that's what it's all about here.
A lot of storage in this one.
So, just imagine the possibilities of what you could do in a large.
This is a new take on a corner pantry.
Corner pantry. Yeah, and this could also be, used for foam laundry or whatever you might imagine there. And I believe they're going to be putting a refrigerator in here or maybe a freezer. So moving through here, we're going to take you guys to the bedrooms downstairs. So we're going to go to the master suite. But first, we're going to stop in at one of the guest bedrooms and show you that side and also the additional storage that we got going up here. So a lot of designs you're trying to get away from maybe having hallways. Sometimes people feel like that's a waste of space, having a hallway, but sometimes it's absolutely necessary, like in this design. But it is a passageway for a lot of things. So here we actually have an office area for the client where they will be officing here. There's the same white quartz countertop on this desk that has the drawers in it, as well as all these little cubbies with the upper storage in here for sorting mail and bills and those kind of things.
I think it's a great little alternative way to have an office because it's small. Like ladies can put if they're going to do their little bills or whatever, they can have all that in here. It's not out in the open where everybody can see. You can shut the door. It's not huge. It's not taking up a bedroom size portion of your home, and you can just kind of tuck it away. And it's
right. And there's also access panel in here for the I believe either the in-home security or one of
sound system.
Or maybe the sound system. Yeah. But we ended up adding some holes in here for his computer system or whatever he wants to use in here. But this is just a nice little option you can use under the stairs, which works good if you need a little bit more small, or at least a smaller space for that. So here is kind of like, I believe, the pantry. Could be a pantry, could be another just organizational room, but we do have some hooks in here, but with a lot of storage for another pretty much corner pantry. So you can kind of get the feel what's going on. A lot of this outside storage, or not outside, but a lot of the storage from you're not going to use in the kitchen can go into these areas.
Like your paper towels and your toilet paper and your cleaning supplies or whatever. You can put all that kind of stuff in here.
All the stuff you run out of all the time.
You need to grab real quick.
So coming from here, we're going to go into this guest bedroom, show you guys what we got. Because this is full-blown bathroom with a walk-in shower. We've got this wonderful vanity with simple white quartz, and we've got a 12 by 24 floor tile that I believe is from, I think this one was from Arizona tile.
And I think the tile in the shower, it looks like just a smaller version of the floor tile. It's just a little bit smaller, but it looks.
It is actually. It's got a really nice appeal to it, and keeping with that whole simple clean.
And a little hexagon.
Now we do have a pocket door here. Now going into another bedroom, which
this is the downstairs guest.
This guest room has its own access, but this is also access to this bathroom here, which becomes the guest bathroom as well for those visiting guests. So here is just a nice sized bedroom, for the layout for a guest suite. And we got a full walk-in closet.
This is an impressive closet, though. This is a nice guest closet.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with this.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, so you got your double hanging storage and then the full shelves on the center. And that's a lot of times you'll see in our layouts. It's just usually we're stacking some shoe shelving in the center, and then we'll have the hanging storage on the sides. But this is working good. Of course, you kind of configure that however you would want to. But moving through here, we also, I should say, the house has been wired for ceiling fans. Even in here, it's just customer didn't want ceiling fans. So we have the option for ceiling fans. There's just no ceiling fans. So
they could add that later if they wanted.
That's the scenario. Now we have another access that goes out this way to where a lot of the utilities, like we have air conditioning system on this side of the house.
And a greenhouse. We
have a greenhouse, which is really cool. And 2 wells, because our client actually had one well was already here that they were using, and they decided to dig a deeper well for the house use. And then the other well is being used for like irrigation, and they have goat pens, chicken pens, all that kind of stuff they're working on. Now we're entering into the master bedroom suite.
Yeah, so there's basically 2 bedrooms and a bathroom off of this hallway, and this is the master.
Full suites, because they're walk-in showers and really, really nice. But this is a big, open, spacious area, and I might add that we have 3 zones in the house for the air conditioning. One is in the main open area, and I have one in the master suite, and then we have another zone upstairs in the common area. But here, coming into this place, you can imagine a bed probably coming over this way. Here is a full walk-in closet.
The master closet is massive.
Which is no joke. I mean, as you can see, we've got pretty much optional full hanging storage on each side, kind of duplicated and mirrored that. What a big spacious area. So it's going to be really nice.
You can put a chair in here. Put your shoes
and
on.
Really, if one person don't like one side, they can just go to the other.
But they're the same.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
That's right.
Just pick a side.
Everybody gets
I'm gonna be
equal.
I'll be on the right.
Right.
Because I'm always right.
Okay.
You can be on the left.
All right. And as we are coming into the master bathroom area, this is where our floor actually will transition from the solid hardwood to this more decorative tile, which is from the Arizona tile on this one, which again, you guys just be specific in your comments. You want to know, we'll try to make this available to you. And in here, this is just a really cool tile and master suite bathroom area. So we have the same color cabinets in here as we did in the kitchen. And I mean, this paint color actually has this, it almost,
a navy.
It takes a little bit of I don't know, it plays with your eyes a little bit, but it's technically a black from Sherwin-Williams. And then we have the same countertops with 2 sink vanities in here.
And all black hardware.
All black hardware. We have this drawer space duplicate for each
And they
side.
have the same kind of drawers in here, the little touch.
Pop outs.
Pop out.
And got the bathtub here. We have the tile surround with the obscure 4x4 window over top of that, which is nice to get that light coming in. And then we have this walk-in shower with the frameless glass and the black matte hardware. And then on the inside, we are going back to that brushed nickel. It was one of the selections that they had. And we have this herringbone floor tile with the subway laid tile, which is kind of a glossy,
a little bit of a shine to it.
And it has that textured feel to it as well. And we're using that same herringbone tile in the soapbox. And then you're seeing a little bit of that countertop material on the curb as well as on the bench. And going into this private toilet area, we have pocket doors, which we had one in the other bedroom, as you can see. And these have...
you can lock them.
Yeah, you have a special lock, and you can throw away the key if you want, because there's actually a key on this lock. So I've never seen a pocket door with a key lock, but this one has a key lock. And just a, pretty typical private toilet area with the cabinets above. So,
all right, so let's go upstairs. And they have, on these stairs, they match the wood flooring and the handrails match.
yes, keep them with that same thing, trying to use a white wood. And
this is like a loft space. Like you could kind of put like a game room, like another living room or something up here. With some kids up here.
So it's kind of a common area. And we've got attic storage on each side of this common area. And we have a dry sauna.
Impressive.
And it's actually perfect because this smaller space gives you a spot to do this.
Nook to tuck it away.
And you're right, you could totally make that sort of a common area, living area. And we got 2 bedrooms.
They're pretty nice bedrooms. They each have their own bathroom.
And these are duplicate size bedrooms, so you're looking at sort of a mirrored version of each one.
Yeah, except the bathrooms are a little different. One has a tub.
The bathroom.
One has a tub, one has a shower.
So we have the closet, which again, pretty typical. We've just, it is a walk-in closet. We've got the lights, we've got the double rack storage, and the cubby shelving for shoes and whatnot. And we have bathroom, which is going to be basically trimmed out just like we did in our guest bathroom on the downstairs, except for here we have a standard bathtub, which is really, really nice. So we'll go show you guys the other restroom because it's got a tiled finish. One thing in this room is it does have the attic storage for the HVAC that sits above. Remember?
So is there a lot of stuff up there? Is that?
No, it's just our HVAC, and we had a lot of room.
Right.
Because
you've got storage on both sides. You don't have any HVAC in that. It's all upstairs.
We were actually able to use some of the side storage for some of our passageways to get down into our interstitial space between the floor space. So that was kind of nice to have a little bit, which, you're seeing the side framed here. Some of that is giving us that space.
That's still really tall.
Yeah, you're not missing anything in these rooms. Actually gives it a little bit of character, but we were able to make duct space, going down the sides, getting us into the under this floor to feed the air conditioning through the house, which that's something to consider when you're doing a 2-story. You got to be able to get air conditioning to the bottom. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of times you're having to make choices where your trusses that you use, you either need to use open web truss or an I-joist, which both have been really difficult to get this day and time. But this is the bathroom, again, duplicate, other than the fact that this has got the full frameless glass and more of a shower appeal like we got downstairs on the guest side. All right, that pretty much sums up our living quarters. I want to take you guys, we're going to go on down and see what else we got. Okay, this is right off of the laundry area, and we've got this breezeway, covered breezeway, which gives you the accessibility into the detached shop. And we have a kind of a spot here that you could kind of use as a porch area for, you know, setting up
little chairs,
coffee tables or whatever you wanted to do. But moving on into here, we have the shop.
800 square foot of shop. And this one has some extras in it. Y'all
Well,
worked really hard on.
we added some things here. Again, towards the end, our client wanted to do make it more usable, so we ended up adding our team did an amazing job actually last minute trying to get all this lined with the plywood. And we have a complete workbench with additional shelf here on the bottom.
Which reminds me of the shelf that's in our shop.
It looks really similar. And, you know, we're actually going to be adding some additional shelves and probably like some pegboards. So there's a couple little more things we need to do there. But this is a way to do it. Like one of the things that we always do, and you can't see it right now, but in our shops, we always on the bottom, because this is a complete steel framed structure, which is a little different than our living quarters where we have living side. It ends up being vertical wood studs. But here we have a complete steel structure. So instead of using a typical, you know, L-shaped angle trim that a lot of times people use for a metal building on the bottom, because we have our wall purlins, we actually use a receiver channel on the bottom, allowing us to have the option, if the client was to choose to put a liner of some sort. You could use metal panels, you could use plywood, you could use...
so you can screw it to the bottom?
Right, so it gives it already that space on this side on the bottom to attach something else to line the shop with. And I mean, you could do whatever you wanted to do. You could line all this, you know, after it was insulated. Of course, some of that you got to coordinate with your electrical, make sure that none of that stuff's in the way. You know, we had to do a couple things because it wasn't initially part of the plan, but you know, it turned out really good. Lastly, I'll tell you about the shop is this is basically a 10-foot tall by 16-foot wide garage door. I think the height is really perfect. We did do the high lift, so taking it up a little bit higher before it starts cutting back over. This gives you a little more headroom if you were to want to try to do like a post lift or something like that in your shop. You want to have as much head clearance as possible. So,
well, one thing that our clients did on the exterior is they made room in their budget for doing some landscaping. We got some irrigation stuff going on and some sod, and they did a driveway. We don't always have that. They did some lava rock.
Yeah, so we added this little turnaround area, which allows for them to, you know, pull in and out of the shop, back up, have additional parking here. And then on the area here, this kind of was a connecting thing. We kind of laid this out to where we would have a little adjoining spot with the grass that would fill in, and then this all ties back around, and then we have a sidewalk. And then this space, we left a 2-foot space between the building and the sidewalk going all the way around, which is really nice with this stone.
It's like a lava rock, I think.
It's not lava, it's just a black stone, and I think, or granite rock. And then it comes back around. Now this porch right here, we added on to the plan. If you look at the plans, this wasn't originally on the plan. This was just something that we discussed moving on through the project because one is just to have a little more porch space off this side. And
it gives it some dimension too off the front. It kind of...
But one of the main reasons is having the big double door. You know, double doors I'm not a big fan of for as, you know, if they're not covered.
Yeah.
And so you want to have them covered. And so this was something we talked about, and it came into the design. It actually made it, I feel like you said, has
Right.
a little better
Well, it
feel
kind of
to
gives you kind of an entrance to the entrance instead of, just,
Now the sod, we
straight
didn't do a whole lot here, but we did make a turnaround drive. And then as you continue around, we connected this porch on over to the back porch. So, which is a huge back porch.
Yeah, in total we have a little over 1,000 square foot of porch areas between here and the front porch.
And this is where, you know, all of your space is for your porch living, pretty much. And
we got some ceiling fans out here, and this is another entrance into the living area too. We've got another double set of double doors.
And now this is the area back here where we built a retaining wall here off the back and made some really nice steps looking down, heading out towards the pond area. And this grass actually was just brought in last week.
And it is super happy.
Yeah.
I think we need to mow.
Yeah, we might need a lawnmower here for too long, but this is a St. Augustine grass. And
well, I like that they did that because it kind of eliminates a lot of the dirt that comes into the house, especially in a new construction situation where you normally just got dirt.
And anytime you have the potential for erosion where your land is changing off the back and you have a pretty good drop, anytime that happens, you might need to do some sod or whatever to help prevent some of the erosion. So I hope you guys have enjoyed walking through on this build. This has been our pleasure bringing this to you guys.
Yes,
but it's been mostly our pleasure working with these clients and building this beautiful Gambrel Barndominium. So it's always nice when, you can bring a project to close because they're ready to come in and make habitation here. So, which is what this whole process is about. So, we're excited for our clients to come out here and kind of live out the dream. So that's what it's all about. So, if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, you might should do that now because we've got a great number of many more projects coming where we're going to be showing you guys much, much more to come. And, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We're here. This is where we're at. We hope that you guys can find this as a great resource. It's not so much to try to sell you something because everybody's like, how much? Yeah,
these aren't for sale.
These projects are not for sale. If you're interested in building a barndominium, you can more than welcome to contact our office and they'll try to get you some more information there. But this is not a sales pitch to try to convince you to build a barndominium. We just want you to see how
just to get some ideas,
other people
concepts that you could try incorporating in your build.
Exactly, and it's all about that, just sharing. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm Josh Helm.
And I'm Brandy Helm.
We're wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching Texas Best.